Imagine a world where GPS didn't exist. No more instant directions, no turn-by-turn navigation, and no more "you've arrived at your destination." How would we navigate through cities, countries, or even oceans without the GPS technology we take for granted today? Before GPS, navigation was an entirely different game. From the early days of ancient explorers to the modern pre-GPS era, humans have always relied on their wits and tools to find their way. Let's go back in time. Long before satellites hovered in space, humans looked to the stars, literally. Ancient mariners, like the Polynesians, navigated the vast oceans using nothing but the positions of stars and natural landmarks. They mastered the art of reading the winds and waves. The Vikings also relied on the sun and stars to explore unknown waters. Then came the compass, one of the most significant inventions in the history of navigation. First used in China around the 11th century, it revolutionized exploration by allowing people to know their direction, even without visible landmarks. Fast forward to the early 20th century, before GPS was a household term. Navigation still required a lot of effort. People used paper maps, compasses, and road atlases. Drivers would often get lost on long road trips. Travelers relied on landmarks, and sailors still needed a sextant to determine their position at sea. For pilots and sailors, things were a bit more complicated. Dead reckoning, using speed, direction, and time to estimate position, was essential. And pilots relied on radio navigation systems like very high-frequency omnidirectional range to find their way through the skies. But none of these methods offered the precision that modern GPS does. Then, everything changed in 1978. The first GPS satellite was launched, and over the next decades, more followed. By 1993, the Global Positioning System was fully operational, revolutionizing how we navigate. Today, there are over 30 GPS satellites orbiting Earth, working together to provide pinpoint accuracy on where you are, anywhere on the planet. So what if GPS had never been invented? Airplanes would still rely on radio navigation and dead reckoning, meaning air travel would be slower and less reliable. Shipping companies would have difficulty tracking their cargo across oceans, potentially causing huge delays. Delivery services, taxis, ride-share apps, all would be less efficient, if they could even exist at all. On a personal level, we'd still be relying on paper maps, asking for directions, or following landmarks to get where we need to go. And with over 1.5 billion devices worldwide using GPS, that's a lot of people who'd suddenly be lost. Businesses would struggle without GPS-based location services, and the technological advancements we've seen, like autonomous vehicles or drones, wouldn't be possible. Luckily, we live in a world where GPS exists, transforming everything from transportation to personal convenience. It's a tool that's become indispensable in our modern lives. But it's always fascinating to think, how far have we come, and how different would things be if we still had to navigate the old-fashioned way? Did you enjoy this journey through the history of navigation? Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to stay updated with more what-if scenarios. And don't forget to leave a comment below. What would you do without GPS?